Just trying to see who's joining me. We're getting a little market movement right now. Let's see how we did this morning. Anybody pay attention? Oh, yeah. Let me get some people. Yeah, it's all about the titles, man. The titles and the titties. That's what gets me the views. Got to get that watch time up. Well, we're looking good. Need about 100 hours more. But we'll take it. We'll take it. Hey, what's up, Mr. Williams? Good morning, good morning. What's moving that market up, man? Got some energy. Before Williams' speech? I don't know. Maybe everybody got word that I'm on the desk right now. American Express came in, beat. Verizon's going to announce today. Not a whole bunch announcing today, but obviously the majority of its banks. This is really, the banks come out first. But that's the only thing I could imagine is an American Express is what's moving the markets, but I'm not dead convinced. Nothing coming across in the news. Snap taking a beating. Yeah, that's about it. Damn, and the ES just went positive. I do not know, I do not know, I do not know. Oh, sorry about that. Forgot I was streaming and I was actually responding to somebody who's in pain. Hey, what's up, Miguel? Miguel. All right, I got an audience at 2. So let's talk about some stuff. Oh, wrong image. Bink. Yo, don't tell me I overrode. Dink. All right. Where are we? Here we are. You're on this screen right here. So here's a graph or some work on midterm elections. And dating back, if you look right here, the return following the 12 months following midterm elections since 1950 have been positive, 3% on the low side. The average is 16%. These are interesting times, though, right? Because you're looking at 1950, it's at 18%. Prior to that, it was negative, but I think that was a result of the war. But this is where there was a turnaround, and the economy was heading more towards government leverage than one second. All right, so I'm sorry about that. All right, so 1950. This is where we made the switch to financial repression, which is really a government-led economy, and they seized control from the feds, really. And it's not blatant; it's subtle. And most people, I think it's going on now. Most people aren't aware of it. And the manner in which they do it is they give incentives and direct investment towards different aspects of the economy. So they're basically doing that with the loan forgiveness program, Biden's loan forgiveness program. And it's a big government issue. You know, when you have big government, they start trying to control the economy. I mean, big government is obviously the characteristics of the Democrats, and that's what we're going on through right now. And this is what they're attempting to do at the moment. And the Republicans will jump on board because if they get control of the presidency or Congress, then they could reap some benefits. So the loan forgiveness directs investment towards a specific sector, which will help consumer products, and they direct it towards environmentally friendly energies and things like that. So they manage to control the economy, and really their goal is to keep inflation around 4% instead of getting it down to the Fed's 2%. They want inflation over interest rates, right? So basically, they're going to beat the shit out of people on fixed income, the old or retired, and the savers, and people who are about debt will actually prosper. So it's kind of a shift of wealth from the elderly and savers to the debtors. And the reason they're doing that is so that they can pay down the exorbitant amount of government debt, you know, which is exceeding GDP. So they need the growth rate of GDP, which would be supported by inflation. They generate huge amounts of tax income and end up being able to pay off debt. And it was a tactic used after World War II. And it works out phenomenal for everybody in the first couple of years. But eventually, the chickens come home to roost. And that's what happened through, I think, the mid to late 70s. where a lot of states were going bankrupt. There was high unemployment, high inflation, which is true stagflation. And actually, the end result of this economic tactic that they're trying to pull is stagflation. And we probably won't see it for like another 10 years, 15 years, maybe 7 years, somewhere around there. So we're going to have a few good years. Things are going to lean out, and then the end result is there'll be a shift back to free market, which in the last cycle was Reaganomics, or trickle-down economics, and everybody thought it didn't work, which it worked phenomenal. But the problem was, while we were in the middle of that trickle-down economics, Bush Sr. came in after screaming, "No new taxes." That was the platform he was running on. He fucking instituted tons of taxes, took the write-off away from interest, like credit card interest. We used to get a write-off for credit card interest and for automobile leases. For corporations. So so here you have trickle-down economics, and then you pull the rug out from under it, and that caused a recession. I think it was the early 90s or something. So he threw the fucking economy into chaos for a little while with those financial policies. But anyway, that economic repression era, once it got out of hand, that's when Volcker came into play. And he came in with a few aggressive policies and tried to put the economy back on track, which ultimately had to throw us into a deep recession in order to stagnate inflation. So anyway, that's where we're at. So okay, how it pertains to the chart is, I'm wondering, because 49 was the first year, so 50 was the first year in this graph where, so since 1950, we've always been positive after midterms. So the variable is the position that our politicians are taking in financial repression or economic repression. So looking forward, what are we looking at? Are we looking at another positive year 12 months after the midterms? And yet, you know what? I'm more apt to say yes, but I don't think it's going to be aggressive. I think we're between the 3 and 11%. So, could we say maybe we'll see 6% on the portfolio? That's what I'm thinking. So this is just something to keep an eye on, monitor. It's your bias. It's your bias. So you're looking at the market with this bias. Apparently the ducks are hungry. You're watching the market with this bias, and you gauge your investments in that fashion. So that's where we're heading. The other issue in the economy I was looking at this morning for my buddy who's a developer, and I like to get involved with him from time to time. There's a spike in foreclosures going throughout the country. It's not really in our area yet, up in the Northeast, but South Carolina is seeing a huge jump, and they're probably at the top of the list as far as a spike in foreclosures. And it looks like a lot of investment companies or second homes or spec homes that people are walking away from out of fear of going underwater. And it feels more like a self-fulfilling prophecy than consistent with the financial debacles of 2007. But it's something to look at. The other thing is, it seems as though home builders, large home builders, are unloading their inventory and trying to get out before 2023. And it could be their foresight. But again, it was a rocketing industry, so every putz with Lears was making money. So I don't really know how much smart money was there. You can liken it to the rise in the financial industry from 2009 until 2020, where every putz was the ears was making money, and you had all these half-assed traders who were big swinging dicks because it was easy. You know, you bought on a dip, market went up. It was consistent, it was easy, it went a long time, people made a lot of money, really not a lot of skill, a lot of stupid comments out there, a lot of stupid traders out there, and yeah, you know, like Buffett says, now the tide went out and you get to see who's swimming without swim trunks. And I think that's really what we might be seeing in the real estate sector. You know, a lot of idiots out there making money because it was easy, and now when it takes a little bit of skill, there's not a lot of skill. So really, our philosophy with the development company is we're stacking chips right now. I mean, we're building, but we're not building as aggressively. We're not buying as aggressively. We're just stacking chips because I think, being that this is a self-fulfilling prophecy, the blood's going to run probably around June, and that's when we want to be cash flush and start buying the piss out of stuff. So anyway, that's our general philosophy on that, and that's what I see in real estate. And you know, it's hitting a few of the major cities, Cali, you know, a few of the major states with big cities like Cali, Chicago, Jersey. Hasn't come up to New York. The only Northeast state that's really making the charts is Delaware. So anyway, anywho, that's what we're watching. So we got that spike, man. And if you look at, are we on the ES? Yeah, let's drop it to a 30-minute. Bink. Yo, look at that tail, man. What is that? What was that run up? I didn't see anything in the news. But talk about a run on stops, man. It blew through two resistance areas and then turned around, which was yesterday's opening range. And now we're below yesterday's opening range again. Very interesting, man. We went positive, turned around, went negative again. The only thing I could think is the Fed came on and started talking. But, yeah, you know, I didn't see any news flash or anything like that. Oh, I mean, the only thing that's coming across is CNBC's speculation, which is that Fed S&P's rebound on hopes that Fed will eventually slow rate increases. But I don't know how they substantiate that. You got to take a lot of their opinion pieces with a grain of salt. CNBC's cool to listen to economists, to listen to CEOs and stuff like that. But you know, once they start putting out opinion, you got to really shift them to the back of your mind. Put them on the back burner. Focus on what you know and what you like. So anyway, yeah, so in essence, we had that run up. If you participated in it, you made money. Otherwise, it really has no effect. So let's take a quick look at what we're focused on, which is the dailies. So this is kind of laying out, right? I think there it is. Let's reduce this a little bit. And there it is, easy to see, right? This is kind of laying out on the head and shoulders that we've been talking about for some time. So we're watching this, man. We don't want the market to go lower than 87, which is about 100 points from where it is. I'm really expecting it to be, actually, this is not bad, the low of today on the ES, on the futures. So we should look for that again in the S&P. Wow, those birds are distracting while I'm talking. All right, you guys are cool with it. You know the birds are in the background. I'm going to just kind of zone that out. Quiet, man. You guys already ate. So yeah, that's it. Hey, and one of you guys didn't hit me up with a like. Hit me up with a like. Just dropped all those pearls of wisdom. Basically, told you how to run your life for the next year financially. All for a like. Yeah, so we're watching this head and shoulders. We're going to have that bias. We're looking for this head and shoulders. So expect a pull down to around 618 on the futures, right? If we might as well roll over to the S&P. If we equate it to the S&P 500, we're looking for, 619. It's really not that far off. I guess the disparity between the two is getting close because we're getting to the rollover point for the future. So that's what we want to see. Really, if it breaks the 581, it gets ugly. And obviously, if we break the low of the head, then everything turned bearish. And that's what we're going to get. The big old bear. All right, I'm going to take a minute and throw these birds some grub and some water, get them to quiet down. They usually eat and fall asleep. They're growing quick. All right, the birds are resolved. These suckers grow quick. What do we got? Got 2 minutes to partay. See anything really happening? So my bias today is a revisit of the low. And the horses are on the track. Oh, I was looking at something else. I missed that entry. I was going to take the break of this low. All right, I'll let that play out. What are we looking at here? I'm on the wrong chart. I'm going to watch the 15-minute. Oh, look at that. That's a strong return. Maybe to close that gap. You got a half fill. I'm thinking we're going to go to a whole fill. You know, everything is looking mighty strong. There you go. There's the fill. Composite's the weakest of them all, and it hasn't closed its gap yet. It's working on it, though. Russell actually gapped up. I think once the composite closes its gap, this move up is going to end.
Order filled.
Yeah, all right, I'm taking that break. Didn't really like that bounce down. Kind of gave me a really low fill. But hopefully she continues. And 5 minutes looking a little bit negative. Taking one off right here. Come on. Fuck. What's with that pop back, man? I'm taking another one off right here. I'm leaving this last one. Oh, it didn't get hit. Oh man, I didn't get hit, and now I'm even on these two. I'm out. Fuck. We are chopping up. I'm long, right here. Oh, that's not good. Oh, I think I'm gonna get my ass handed to me today. Oh, oh yeah, I'm getting fucking rocked. I think I'm closed. Yo, crazy indecisive bar, and I just got chopped up. Bad day for Dave. All right, we got a 5-minute flag building. I keep fucking up today, man. That's it. This is my last trade. I'm even entering my orders poorly. I'm closing here. No, I traded poorly today. All right, I got a small loss. I think I'm just gonna eat that for the day and chill out today. Once I start getting wiggy, it's a wrap. So the 5-minute chart is getting a little oversold. I'm thinking it's just going to whip back again today. I mean, even the Russell is all over the place. I mean, I went as far as to enter buys instead of sells, sells instead of buys. I'm just really not vibing today. All right, so you know what? Now that I'm uncomfortable, and it's Friday, I'm going to call it a wrap. And I'm going to go chill out, clear my head, and start again on Monday. If I sit here and try to make back that little bit of loss, I'm afraid I might make some mistakes. So Monday, I'll just go in. Every trade will be independent and of itself and move forward. So everybody have a good week.